Hey, what's up guys, it's Rob. Hope you're doing really good out there. So today we're checking out this. This is the brand new Ampcube from Sonicake, which is obviously an awesome looking little amp, but it's not just any old amplifier. You may have seen a little while ago, Sonicake sent me one of their products called the Pocket Master, which was a multi-effects unit that fits in your pocket. This really tiny thing that had amazing sounds. I absolutely loved it, and I actually gave that to my dad, who plays the guitar, but he doesn't have any sort of fancy amps or pedals or anything like that, and he wanted to get some good sound, so I gave that to my dad. He absolutely loves it. The reason I'm mentioning that is because this is basically the evolution of the Pocket Master, in my opinion. Because to me, this seems like it's pretty much the same thing as the Pocket Master, maybe a few subtle differences in terms of its functionality, but it's basically a Pocket Master with a speaker. Because as awesome as the Pocket Master is, obviously you need to plug that into some kind of amplifier or speaker to actually hear it, or use headphones, whereas this is the amplifier, and yes, you can plug headphones into it as well. And in terms of all the specifications, the presets, the effects, all that kind of stuff, I'm just going to put it on screen because there's quite a lot and I don't want to go on forever talking about it all. So here is everything that this thing has to offer. And it's pretty similar to previous models like the Pocket Master or maybe even the Matribox, where you have presets built into the unit, but you could also create your own as well. So yeah, a mini little amplifier with loads of different preset tones built into it, which you can also edit and customize using the Sonic Link app. You can turn the amplifier on, and using the power button at the top there, you can toggle the Bluetooth on and off. So if you put the Bluetooth on, you can then connect it to another device like a laptop or an iPad, or of course your mobile phone. Then you can download the Sonic Link app and connect whatever device to the Ampcube, so then you can edit all of the presets and everything like that and make it how you want it to be. And one thing I really like about this having Bluetooth is that it turns it into a Bluetooth speaker for playing music or even backing tracks through. Backing tracks which you can then jam over with the guitar presets built into the amp. Something which I'll check out very soon, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know this for certain, I'm going to have to check, but these devices usually are also audio interfaces, so you could even record with this. You can plug it straight into your laptop, your computer, whatever you use. It's got a USB port at the back here, and it comes with a USB cable, so I imagine you can connect it to whatever you want and it becomes an audio interface too. And last but not least, before I actually plug it in, and I still don't feel like I've fully scratched the surface, it's battery powered. It's got a power input there, and it comes with a plug so you can plug it in too, but it charges up. It's battery powered, therefore it's portable. You can take it on holiday. It could be a nice companion to take to a gig, for some dressing room practice before you hit the stage. Whatever the situation, I feel like this will just be really, really useful. But all of that aside, how does it sound? Let's find out. So we're plugged in and connected. I only briefly want to play like this. I've got the amp here and my microphone is picking up what the actual amp itself sounds like. Now normally this doesn't come across very well, so I don't want to stay on this for too long. What I'll do in a little bit is I will actually connect the amp to my microphone properly so you can hear the clear audio of how the effects and the sounds sound from the amp. But this is just how the speaker sounds, so I'll quickly play through that and then we'll flick to that. I mean, that's off to a pretty good start. I would say that potentially needs more gain. You could connect that to the app, you could edit that later, but that's the first one. It's Ampcube. So to toggle, we actually just flick up with this parameter. I assume that means parameters, para. I assume that's what that stands for. Blues OD, this is preset number 2, straight from the amp. And by the way, just so you can see, the volume is actually just over 12 o'clock on the master volume switch on that amp there. It does actually go pretty loud. Again, maybe another beautiful clean tone. Nice. must say as well that this amp, even just on a little playthrough site here, I don't know if the microphone is going to pick this up well at all. That's why I want to plug it in properly in a second. But this amp does actually carry with it quite a bit of bass. Recently, I also reviewed Sonicake's amp. I think it's the QA15 or something. It's a 15-watt practice amplifier, which just had a clean and an overdrive, no effects. And one of the main things is that the more kind of bassier it gets and louder it gets, it didn't really handle it too well. It was good for home quiet practice, as I said in my video, but anything louder than that, it kind of struggled. This thing is immediately better. But as I said, I don't really know yet how my microphone that I'm using right now coped with actually picking up the sounds of the amplifier out loud. Just take my word for it, it sounds good. But just in case it didn't quite capture it, I'm gonna now plug it into my microphone so that you can hear the sounds properly. So let's check that out now. Love it. So yeah, you can see now it sounds a lot more clearer. We can hear everything really, really well. So you could run this literally, I mean, this is what it would sound like if you had your in-ears or your headphones plugged straight into the amp. I'm just kind of running it through my microphone as well. And this is one called UK Happy. It sounds like a good sort of like Green Day-ish kind of tone. Pretty good. UK Happy, number 16. Oh, it does have basses. So number 22 is F bass. 23, there's some bass tones as well. Now that's a good metal tone. DT riff, number 28. Don't really know what I'm doing, I'm just kind of playing about that. It's a great little metal tone, I'm going to remember that one. DT riff, number 28. Ooh, that is a great one. That is number 35, Golden Met. I'm basically getting carried away now. I'm just kind of flicking through these and checking them out. I think it sounds great in my ears. What I want to do now, very quickly, is I actually want to then hook up a backing track to this thing. I'm going to connect it via Bluetooth to the iPad. I'll do a quick jam with a backing track that I'm going to randomly find on YouTube using a sound from this. So let's check out that now. So here's a random backing track on my iPad. Let's just go back to number 1 for the time being. I want to now hook it up to the app and see if we can edit some of these tones, see how easy it is, everything like that. So let's check it out. So let's then go back to my iPad. So here we go. Obviously, if I tap on this little drop-down menu here, you can see these are all the sound effects that are in it. But I'm on number 1 for the time being, and this is kind of everything that's going on. There is drive, so I can control the gain. I mean, I said right at the start, I want more gain. So let's put the gain on quite high, about 50. 51 rather. Interesting. So let's turn the reverb mix down a little bit. Maybe there's too much reverb. Amp. Oh, that's gate. Obviously, I can turn the gate on and off, but you don't want to be doing that. There's an EQ on this as well, so we can literally edit the EQ. IR, that's kind of like the sort of cab sort of simulation. Amp settings, you know, everything's pretty much 50%. I'm actually going to turn the bass down. As I said, it's quite a bassy tone. Turn it down quite a lot. Let's turn the treble down a bit, maybe more mids. I imagine we click this little floppy disk kind of looking thing there to save. You can even rename it and things like that. I'm just going to keep all of that the same. What else did I like? Maybe amp chorus. That was a nice one, this clean tone here. I do like a good clean tone. Let's put a delay on that, you know. What kind of delay do we want? I like it. Okay, we'll save that one. Keep it the same. Awesome stuff. So yeah, you can see how easy this is. I've literally just connected it to there on the iPad. You can just kind of flick down to whatever one that you want and then just literally mess about with it. I mean, what if I just picked a random one? UK Happy, that was that kind of punky one, wasn't it? And if I go on the amp, we can even then change the amp. So it's Vox. I wonder what that means. Let's pop the Brit 800. So it did sound like this. That sounds great already. I'm actually going to turn the gain down a little bit though. Gain down more. I'm saving that one. I think that sounded better than the Vox. That sounded better with the 800. Settings, you can kind of change your settings at the bottom there. You can even change your input level. So obviously that's kind of set to 0 dB. You can actually make it louder. Maybe you've got a quiet guitar. Maybe you can actually put more dB on your input. So what's actually going into the amp. Drum. I never really play about with this kind of stuff. I'm not going to lie. You've got different drum beats. It looks like you've even got different styles. Electronic, rock, funk, pop, blues, jazz, world, and metro. I assume metro is just metronome. Let's just see what the first one sounds like. On the electronic. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. get the idea. There's different drum machines that you can kind of play through if you want some jamming with a little bit more structure, a little bit of a beat or anything like that. Easy to play about with, loads of different styles. And obviously you've got your BPM there you can change, and obviously the volume of the drums too. So there you go guys, there is the Ampcube from Sonicake. I really like this. I'm actually glad that I have it. Thanks so much to Sonicake for sending it, because as I mentioned right at the start, it reminds me of the Pocket Master, which I don't have anymore. I gave it to my dad as a gift and I miss it. I'm very glad that he has it and he absolutely loves using it. But yeah, now that I have this is basically the same thing but with a speaker in it as well. So yeah, this is awesome. So for anyone wanting a nice little handy practice amp for at home, not huge volumes and everything like that, check out the Sonicake Ampcube. This is awesome. Sounds great for the speaker. Like I said, I don't know if my microphone's going to pick it up properly, but it does sound great. But it also sounds good when you plug your headphones in. You can plug it in for recording purposes, jamming over backing tracks. You can Bluetooth connect it. You can edit all the tones on the app. What more could you want? It's really awesome. And one last thing I've just noticed, if you press and hold the power button there, it then gives us a tuner. You see the screen there changed to a tuner. Obviously, if my guitar was plugged in, I could tune it using that too. I did wonder whether it had a tuner, and normally it's a case of pressing and holding something and you find it, and I thought, that's the only button I can press on the top other than the power button, so let's try that, and yes, it worked. So that's how you can flick on the tuner. But anyway, that's about it, the Sonicake Ampcube. Let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, I want to say a massive shout out and thank you to Sonicake for sending me this as always. And if you want to check one of these out for yourself, there's more than likely going to be a link in the top of the description. Anyway guys, if you like the video, don't forget to leave it a like. As I said, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. I make lots of guitar and music related content, and hopefully I will see you next time. So take care.